As I sit down to share these stories from the Reddit community, I'm excited to dive into the real-life tales of love, heartbreak, and everything in between. Today, we're going to explore the ups and downs of relationships through the eyes of people who've experienced it all. My husband, 29M, keeps calling me 29 female and dog murderer. My husband calls me a dog murderer. Obvious trigger warning, dog death and mention of suicide. 7 years ago, I got a call from my husband at work saying he needed his headphones and asked me to come drop them off for him at work. I brought his dog along with me to say hi. I rolled down the window so our dog could smell outside. At a stoplight, he saw a family walking by and jumped out of the window, getting hit by multiple cars. I rushed him to the vet, but he passed away on site. It was extremely traumatizing for me, and I was diagnosed with PTSD. He only outwardly blamed me for his dog's death once after it happened. It's coming back up now, and it's nearly an everyday thing, where he calls me a dog killer. It's not like he's processing it through therapy. He never has. So it's not like it's coming back up there. This is out the blue. He keeps talking to our current dog, saying things like, "Don't go in the car with mom. She'll kill ya." He does stuff like this all the time, blaming me for losing his things, his mental health, financial situations. We know he needs therapy, but when he went for a year, he wouldn't talk to the doctor. I'm so tired of him breaking me down. But he's my husband. Is this a deal breaker? I feel like this is something you'd get a divorce over, but he's also told me that I'm the only thing keeping him alive. He'd likely commit if I left him. Should I leave him, or try and work this out with him? Now let's check out some of the comments on this post. Calling you dog killer, but claiming he needs you there to abuse. To keep him from suicide? Get away from him. He needs therapy and not to be allowed to hurt others. You deserve better. Listen to this, OP. It will only get worse. He'd rather kill himself than lose his punching bag. So many red flags here. His health is not your responsibility. You do need to separate, and if you believe he would hurt himself, then you need to tell his family and authorities. He can't keep you trapped while also causing you mental trauma. He's made OP into his punching bag. And now for the next story. Me, M26, asking my GF, F25, of honor to be my Valentine, because she wants me to. Alright, so to be clear, this is my girlfriend I'm dating. It's about to be a year around Valentine's Day of us actually dating each other. It made sense for me. Also, she wanted me to ask her to be her Valentine, because obviously we weren't dating, just like talking, and, stuff like that. Now that we are dating, she's telling me she wants me to ask her to be her Valentine. NGL, I've never been or done it, so it makes me uncomfortable. But to me also, it's like we are dating, and each other, so what does it matter if I do or don't ask? Like, so am I weird or bugging out for not wanting to ask her to be my Valentine? If we are already dating each other, exclusively, even though she wants me to. PLZ, let me know. And now for the next story. How do I tell my wife, 36 female, that I, 36 male, don't want a fourth kid? We have 3 beautiful kids that we both love more than life itself. Our marriage has been good, with the same challenges that most all marriages come with. Whenever our biggest challenges is how to argue. I have a huge problem with ignoring issues until they blow up my face, and she has a problem of stonewalling anyone who disagrees with her. That has made conversations about a potential 4th child very difficult. She wants it very, very badly. She was a 3rd child herself, and she has always felt very alone in her life. She didn't grow up having many friends outside of her mom. I think she believes that if she had a sibling her own age, her 2 siblings were 10 and 12 years older than her life would have been better. Personally, I couldn't imagine having another child. As much as I love them, having 3 kids within 5 years has been exceedingly stressful on both of us. My wife frequently says that she's at her breaking point mentally. I pride myself on not being one of those let the mother raise the children dads, and try to help out as much as I possibly can every day. Even still, it's a challenge just because of the nature of kids. Or also only going on my income, and are living in a 3-2 house. What scares me is that the first time she brought up wanting one and I expressed doubt, she basically threatened divorce. If I'm being honest, if we did get pregnant again, I'm pretty sure everybody in our orbit would think that we were crazy for even trying. The only one that wants it is her. I love her, and I want to give her whatever she wants in this world, but I'm just so afraid that this would break us. Edit. Thanks so much for all the helpful posts. It just helps to get this off my chest and hear from people outside the two of us. For the post saying I should get a secret vasectomy, or one without talking to her first, I'm not comfortable doing that. It seems wrong to make the choice for the both of us. I don't want her forcing me to have a fourth, but I don't want to force her not to have one, if that makes sense. Now let's check out some of the comments on this post. My wife frequently says that she's at her breaking point mentally. You know what goes great with mental breakdown? Pregnancy hormones and caring for a newborn. OP, please point out the irony of this to your wife. This frequent comment alone directly contradicts her assertion that she's desperate and ready for a fourth child. She needs a reality check. With 3 toddlers. This. And now for the next story. My girlfriend, 19 female, wants to break up with me, 20 male, because I'm going bald. What can I do to save my hair? I started thinning a lot recently. My girlfriend really loves my hair and was one of the reasons she fell for me. She has been really upset about it and told me to see a dermatologist, and I agreed. The dermatologist said there really wasn't anything she could do at that point aside from steroid injections. My girlfriend was really upset after hearing this and has become distant, as if she is contemplating breaking up. We have been dating only for 3 months, but still it hurts to see that. How can I keep my hair? Now let's check out some of the comments on this post. Honestly, if she is just with you for your hair, you are better off without her. And now for the next story. My boyfriend, M20, made naked AI images of me, F19. Am I insane to get upset over this? I'm not one to post on Reddit, but recently my boyfriend admitted to generating AI photos of me without me knowing and using them to get off. He knows that I'm against AI and already insecure about how he views me, so I can't help but be upset about this. I just want an outside opinion on this, as he has denied not being satisfied in our relationship. But I can't help but feel violated in a way. I know this is quite stupid and I feel embarrassed to admit, but I can't help but feel disappointed in him, as he knows I'm against both AI and porn. I get upset at small things quite often, but let them go and have forgiven him, but it's been a few days and thinking about it saddens me. And now for the next story. F18, and need advice about 18. Since I was a child, I've always felt uncomfortable with this kind of thing. You know those little letters you get when you're a kid. Do you like me? Yes. Or no. Well, I felt like crying when I got them. I was shaking. It felt like I was being invaded. Now, at 18, I still feel that way. Although I don't really receive those kind of letters anymore. What I realize is that I feel a terrible fear when things are going too well romantically with another person. I feel suffocated, like I'm in a cage, so I start to treat the person quite badly, trying to get them away from me. When this works, I feel like I can fly free again, but soon I start to miss the person, but I know that if I go back, I'll do it all over again. The other person's emotions, expectation, and demands suffocate me. It's like I'll stop being my own person if I just commit, so I ruin things. I don't like being this way at all. I don't intend to hurt anyone, but I just can't deal with the closeness, although I also don't want to be alone. Now, I'm getting to know a guy, and he's really sweet. I really want it to work, but I'm afraid my tendencies will ruin everything, and they always do. Any advice on how to proceed with this? And now for the next story. My GF, F29, who waited 4 years for me, M29, to say yes to her, has a big problem with the closeness I share with my female best friend, F26, of 7 years. I don't know how to handle this situation. I'm M29, dating my girlfriend, 29, for the past 3 months. My best friend is F26 and has been in my life for 7 years. Here is some background. My girlfriend and I casually dated for 4 years, during which she secretly had one-sided feelings for me. She waited all that time, silently supporting me, and I've recently developed feelings for her, which is why we're now in a committed relationship. The issue is that my girlfriend has a problem with the bond I share with my female best friend. My best friend has been my rock, and the only true friend I've ever had. She's been there through thick and thin, always genuine and supportive. For context, my best friend is in a happy, committed relationship, and her boyfriend is also part of our small friend group. He respects me and treats me like family, and the dynamic among the three of us has always been great. However, my girlfriend feels uncomfortable with the closeness I share with my best friend. She says it hurts her to see me have such strong chemistry with someone else, even if it's platonic. I've tried to explain to her that we're just starting fresh in our relationship and need time to strengthen our own bond, but she's carrying the pain of 4 years of unrequited love, and it's clear that's influencing her feelings. Things escalated yesterday when, during an argument, my girlfriend lashed out in a fit of rage and sent an abusive message about my best friend and her boyfriend. Unfortunately, my best friend accidentally read that message. She is now disappointed in me for allowing my girlfriend to say such hurtful things, despite my best friend always being supportive and understanding toward her. I feel stuck. I love my girlfriend and respect how much she's done for me over the years, but I also deeply value the friendship I have with my best friend. I don't want to lose either of them, and I feel like I'm being forced to pick a side, which I really don't want to do. How do I navigate this situation without alienating my girlfriend or my best friend? I'm open to advice on how to set boundaries and address this issue with maturity and respect for everyone involved. And now for the next story. How to handle second-guessing decision to end relationship. 24 man, 21 female. I, 24 male, recently met someone, 21 female, online. We live like 5 hours away by plane. Within a week, we developed a strong connection. We spent hours every day talking, sometimes 10 hours, and everything felt exciting and intense. She was incredibly kind and affectionate, complimenting me in ways I'd never experienced before. As the week progressed, I started feeling like things were moving too fast. The emotional intensity threw me off, and I struggled to process it. I felt like I wasn't keeping up with her level of passion, which changed the dynamic. She noticed the shift in me and eventually called me out on it, saying I didn't seem like the same person she first met. Feeling overwhelmed and unsure, I decided it was better to end things before either of us got more attached. I explained my reasoning to her, and while she was understandably hurt, she agreed to it. We cut ties and removed each other from social media. It's been about a week since the breakup, and I can't stop thinking about her. I've been replaying our conversations, imagining what I could have done differently, and regretting what feels like a hasty decision on my part. I keep wondering if I should have given it more time. Did I make a mistake? Should I have approached the situation differently? Has anyone ever felt overwhelmed by how quickly a relationship progressed, and then regretted their reaction afterward? I'm struggling to figure out if this regret is just a part of the healing process, or if it's a sign that I acted too quickly. Like and subscribe for more awesome daily Reddit content. And don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when I upload new videos.